So the thing I hate about relationship advice today is that it doesn't take into account how hard it is to let go of toxic relationships. You know that it feels bad. You know that it can feel very embarrassing for other people to see you going through it, or just embarrassing for yourself. You know that you deserve so much more than what you're getting, but to still not be able to let go, that in itself can feel very shameful, isolating, and as if you're the only one who's dealing with it. So then when you turn to relationship advice or relationship gurus and other people in the world, or the commentary around the latest person who has exposed their intimate relationships, and the whole world has seen how they've had a partner that is disrespecting them, not loving them in the way that they deserve to be treated, and they're having a hard time seeing that, you see yourself in that relationship, and even more so, it makes you want to dig in, not share what's going on, and try to figure it all out yourself. But as a therapist and a coach who's been doing this work for over 14 years, and as a woman who has gone through her own healing process to go from being love addicted to love balance, going from being love avoidant to being more love available, I know full well that doing this on your own does not help you move forward. When you deal with these things as intimacy disorders, and where it's really hard for you to show up for yourself, to not abandon yourself, to prioritize other people before you, or better yet, when you're avoidant, pushing people away and not allowing other people to get to you, it's all based in fear. Fear of being hurt, fear of not being good enough, fear of being too much. And the more you work through those issues on your own, the more you stay in this echo chamber, the harder it is for you to break free. And the more it feeds this belief that there's something wrong with you, because you're doing all the right things that people have told you to do. You're doing all the affirmations. You might even be going to therapy with a therapist that you love, but it's still not working. You're still having a hard time breaking that cycle and breaking free. And because of that, that's why I started my podcast, the Black Girls Heal podcast, because I was a trained therapist who knew better, who had all these things going for her, but still struggled with these unhealthy relationships. And I saw other people do the same. And so once I learned about love addiction and that this wasn't, there was a name for this, then I had to share. So I started the podcast. I started coaching because even though I love practicing therapy, I found when it comes to coaching, what you do is you give women solutions. You talk about what's going on. You talk about what the issue is. You empathize and everything, but then also we talk about, and now what, right? We're not going to get stuck in where we were before. We're going to talk about moving forward. And what I want everyone to know who struggles with love addiction and love avoidance, who has gone in this back and forth for years, and you feel like it's always going to be this way, that you're always going to be operating in a place that's either less than what you deserve, or running away, or hiding from love, not believing that it's available for you, I want you to know that that is not always how it's going to be. And it's not how it has to be. You have the power in you to change your life at any time. You have the power to heal from the trauma and the things that people have given to you that never should have been given to you in the first place. And you have the power to change your narrative and to change your trajectory and to find healthy friendships and relationships, romantic relationships, and chosen family with people who support you, love you, and give you the same amount of love that you have to give as well. So if these are things that you want to work on, this is the place for you to do so. If you're not already following me, go ahead and follow. Drop a heart and solidarity in the comments. And if you would like to work together, you can also check the caption for information options on how to get started. What I found by helping hundreds of women heal from this disorder is the best time to start is now, because all this advice will convince you that it's so easy and you have time to work it out, but you don't realize that the common denominator is you, and the most loving way is you, but there's also a way out. So I hope that helps.